Welcome back, everybody. Let's have a look at Matic then, shall we? So again, going back a couple of weeks, I was saying, that Matic wasn't such a bad thing after all. People were giving it a bad rap, And in all fairness, it's been an underperformer of recent times, but it's for me, not to get emotionally attached to anything, but I've enjoyed these rides on this one. And are we looking for another one again? That's basically what it comes down to. So that's what we're going to look at right now. So in the past, this 2.7 cent area for Matic has been pinnacle. We launched all the way up here, and then on our consolidation bounces, which are extremely generous, we hit here 2.7, 2.7, 2.7, and came back down. Again, we rallied up above it here. There was a little sort of kerfuffle around 2.7 again, but it wasn't very well respected. But again, when we consolidated down from it, we bounced up and rejected from here, and just recently, as in last night, we broke above it. Does it look as though we've claimed it as a support now? And if it has, then that could be a really big deal. Where did we get rejected from exactly? That was basically 2.9 cent. 2.9 cent doesn't. I mean, it's got a wick around here, but other than that, and I suppose the candle body tops around here coincide with that, but it's not as important to me as the 2.7. So the 2.7 is extremely valuable. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to try something on this now, because the chart has been around for a reasonable period of time. So what we're going to try and do is a fib retracement from top to bottom, see if there's anything that comes in line with this, and see what's going on with it afterwards. So the fib retracement, to me, it doesn't look all that important. In fact, so what we do is we see that these candle bodies around here seem to be respected. So we're in a new box, but it's not very neat for me. It doesn't look very neat. So what I would say is we'll disregard the fibs. This is Matic after all. It's not really going to play by the rules, and we'll go on previous supports and resistances. If we can be supported above 2.7, and the way we'll confirm this, I think, will be on a 4-hour, because the chart is, it's not very old. It's just over a year old, so we'll look at it on this respect. 2.7 coming down to test on this occasion. It would appear that we're riding up between the 10 EMA and the 10 simple. Right, so it's a matter of watching these moving averages. If you're looking to buy in on this one, this could be a buying opportunity at 2.7 if it comes down to test it, and the 2.7 is going to coincide in the next the next 4 to 8 hours with the 10 simple and the 10 EMA. So if we come down to test it, you could maybe make that risk. Now, I'm not your financial advisor. This is what I'm thinking about doing, because I bought Matic and I sold it around 2.7 because I was expecting rejection, and also I just wanted to take profit. If we can come down to test it and be supported on these levels, then I will buy it back, and we'll see if we can make that bounce. So let's go back to the daily, and we'll see where this wants to take us into the next zone. Okay, so you see all these other altcoins like Seller and Harmony One, and they're really making massive moves, like 20, 30%, in a day on some occasions. Come on, computer. And Matic's kind of been left behind. So are we looking to get those sort of things from Matic? That's what we want to see, and that's what everyone kind of wants to know. Because otherwise, why wouldn't we just trade those other IEOs? Because they're also margin tradable too, so you can add leverage to that. You can also short it as well. Matic, I think there's a lot of people looking and waiting to short this as well, because there's a lot of money to be made from those shorts historically, and I guess that's probably what's holding people back from, especially people like me, from trading it for a longer period of time. Anyway, we're above the 2.7. We're looking to probably, the next major resistance is going to be 3.4 cent. That 3.4 cent doesn't really offer a great deal. There's these wicks here, but also if we go back to the last giant move that we had, that we had here, I was expecting this to be a support. I didn't expect this. Now, I did get out at the top, but I was saying that I would be looking to buy back here. Now, this happened when I was in bed, thank God, because I probably would have made made that call and gone long on it. But because this happened in the early hours of the morning, I was fast asleep, and I woke up and this had happened. So, a very volatile asset, extremely risky and scary, definitely. And I think that's probably what's halting a lot of its growth. in the recent times since this move anyway. The 3.4 cent is definitely the next super resistance. Taking that out, I wouldn't have a problem in calling an all-time high, and I'm talking, you know, maybe an actual all-time high. 4.5 cent was the top of the wick over here. The all-time high candle body was 4.2, 4.16. And I would probably say that taking this out on this occasion is likely to see an all-time high. Would that be followed by a giant rejection, a super Matic dump? Who knows? I couldn't tell you. But anyway, we'll move on from that. Bitcoin, just a very brief summary, is still stuck trading sideways within this support resistance area, this blue box. It doesn't want to give it up, and that's fine by me, because the longer it goes sideways, the longer these alt parties can continue. The top being 12,050, the bottom being 11,550, and also we've got this uptrend of what is resistance at the moment that goes back over 3 years, so it's a big deal. You can see we've been rejected, supported, rejected, supported, rejected, and currently we're being rejected. Breaking above here and supporting above here, especially if it's over 12,050, would be super bullish, and I would expect moves up to around 14,000 or beyond, and maybe the alts will be carried with it, because dominance is significantly down. I mean, it's a very bearish chart. It's just bearish completely, so maybe it will be carried with that. Who knows? Who knows? There's been a lot of gains happening recently with alts, and dominance is basically 60%. So if it went down much further, I reckon it would plummet, and alts would really start to take over. Just a bit of a recap on this. I know this isn't what you want to watch, but CNS, my secret guilty pleasure, has done so many big decent moves, and I would suggest you set yourself up on Probit so you can try and get involved in this. Now, I mean, I did a 10x in basically a couple of days on this, and since then I've been doing 2x's quite frequently, including the last few days, another 2x on this one. Get yourself on Probit, set this account up. There's a link on the bottom of the on the bottom of this video. Set yourself up, and we'll see where this takes us. At the moment we're riding bullish, and it doesn't look like it wants to dump at the moment. From what I understand, there is going to be some more exchanges taking this on, but for the moment there's only a handful, one of them being Probit, and Probit's probably your best bet to get it from. You can get it from other places, but Probit seems to be the one. Now, I'm not expecting this to do another move all the way up to 2 cent immediately, but it could do, and that's the thing. So this is a highly volatile asset, and this makes Matic look like a stable coin, but you know, $100 here and there can literally be doubled in a day on this one. It could also be halved, but the way that it's moving at the moment, I would suggest that it's probably going to continue. Worst case scenario, if it does dump and you're stuck in a position, you can convert it to CNR and basically get 28% rewards on your investment. You could call it an investment at that point. Shouldn't take too long for it to rise back up again. In that period, you're getting 28% a month on top of your actual balance. And I mean, I've been doing that with half of my profits on this, and it's been unbelievable. I mean, I'm just, you know, just even holding it for what's been about 2 weeks, it's just been ridiculous. It makes any staking rewards look like peanuts. So it's a win-win really on this one. Even if you get stuck in a position and it goes completely the wrong way, you can get that 28% on top every month. You know, that's, you know, a ridiculous amount that you get back. And that's if your trade doesn't work out. So at the end of the day, it's a bit of a win-win situation on this coin, and there's a lot of really rubbish coins out there, and this one could turn out to be one of those, but for the moment it's an absolute beauty, and I've probably been, I'd probably say right now I've done a 16x on my original investment. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. Thank you for watching. You take it easy.